just a man, his SOCOM 16, his coffee, and his sea moss. What could get better? Oh shit. Y'all motherfuckers better stop running up on me. You know better than that. Well, anyway, you guys must be here for one thing. And that's to find out 5 more gun laws in Africa. Actually, today is 6. Alright, so continue on with part 5, I think. So today's video, we're gonna start off with the great country of Egypt. So let's find out, what are the gun laws in Egypt? Well, you guys say Egypt, I say Kemet. So, all right. Guns in Egypt are classified as restrictive. Guns in Egypt are regulated by the Minister of the Interior. It says right to private gun ownership is not guaranteed by law. It says civilians are not allowed to possess long guns. Private possession of handguns, pistols, and revolvers is permitted under license. So that's already lame. It says only gun owners may lawfully acquire, possess, transfer firearms or ammunition. The minimum age for the possess a firearm is 21 years old. You will need a reason to possess a firearm license. Background checks check for criminal, mental health, domestic, and health records. Right? It says you must reapply every 3 years for your gun license. And let's see about carrying guns. It says carrying a firearm in plain view is allowed, subject to a valid permit. Carrying concealed is allowed, subject to a valid permit. All right. So, what did I tell you right at the bat? You cannot have any long guns. So, no shotguns, no rifles, no semi-autos, no full autos. But you can possess handguns. I do not see on here where it says, I don't see anything on here that says they regulate how many handguns you're allowed to have, but you're only limited to handguns. You can open carry a handgun, and you can still carry a handgun with a valid permit in Egypt. Kemet. Alright, so not gonna lie, Egypt's kind of lame on firearm laws. So we're more likely not gonna go to Egypt. Alright, next on our land is the place where they have actually more pyramids in this country than they do in Egypt. But again, CNN and Fox News don't tell y'all, so you guys don't know. Because, going to Google would be too hard. Alright, so let's check out Sudan. Alright, guns in Sudan is categorized as restrictive. Alright. It says, again, the right to private gun ownership is not guaranteed by law. Alright. Alright, guys. We might be going to Sudan. Alright. It says, in Sudan, private possession of fully automatic weapons is permitted under license. In Sudan, private possession of semi-automatic weapons is permitted under license. Private possession of handguns, revolvers, and pistols is permitted under license. It says, except for collection. I'm not collecting shit. It says, civilian possession of rifles and shotguns is regulated by law. So, alright, we gonna add Sudan to the list. You're like, Locs, you didn't even go through the whole thing yet. I know, but the fact I can already. Alright, it says, only licensed gun owners in Sudan may lawfully acquire, possess, or transfer firearms or ammunition. Alright. You will need a reason to own a firearm license or firearm possession. Hunting, target shooting, collection, security. Minimum age, oh my goodness. It says minimum age for gun ownership is 30 years old. No! Well, I'll be 29 soon, so And it says 25 years old for an air rifle, for an air weapon. That's lame. I guess if you're 30, come to Sudan. Because you don't need any kind of firearm safety class to get a license. It says you must reapply every year for your firearm license. It says you're allowed to possess 2 firearms per authorization. And it says licensed firearm owners are permitted to possess a limited quantity of ammunition, but does not give a number. All right, let's see. Carrying guns. Carrying a firearm in plain view is regulated by law. Carrying a concealed firearm in public is allowed, subject to a valid permit. So, no, depending if the law says you can open carry, you can open carry, but you can conceal carry with a permit. So, the only thing downside is that if you're not 30 years old, it might be kind of tricky for you guys. So, me, I hit 29 in March, so not too bad, cause no. All right, so but if you're like 21, then you might not want to put Sudan on the list, but Sudan does have decent gun laws. All right, so Sudan, all right, that's good. All right, now move on to the next one, which is Algeria. All right. Civilian possession of guns is regulated by law. I think that's the first African country that said that. It says the right to private gun ownership is not guaranteed by law. It says civilian possession of automatic weapons is regulated by law. Civilian possession of handguns is regulated by law. Civilian possession of rifles and shotguns is regulated by law. And it comes over here, this little chart. Handguns, long guns, automatic weapons, yes. Carrying firearms in public, yes. So. Carrying guns. Carrying a gun in a public place is regulated by law. And it says they keep a record of all of the firearm purchases and transfers. So, it doesn't say that you can't have it, so based off of this, we can go ahead and add Algeria to the list because you can have full autos, semi-autos, handguns, and you can carry openly. All right, so Algeria, not bad. Next, Libya. No, they don't have much. Ooh, well, I can already tell you, I just saw something and you're not gonna wanna go here, right? It said, no, of course, private gun ownership is not guaranteed by law, but it's this one. In Libya, no civilians may lawfully acquire, possess, or transfer a firearm or ammunition. So they said straight off the bat, you can't have a goddamn thing. Not a damn thing. It says the private sale and transfer of firearms is prohibited. Goodness. It says 10 years in prison for unlawfully possessing a firearm. Well, it says maximum penalty is 10 years. So, right off the bat, Libya. Hell no. All right, let's check out Morocco. We're going like all through it like peace out. All right. Civilian possession of guns in Morocco is regulated by law. All right. Private gun ownership is not regulated by law. It says civilian possession of automatic weapons is regulated by law. Civilian possession of handguns, rifles, and shotguns is regulated by law. So it seems like the same kind of setup as in Algeria. All right, now you have background check. Nope, doesn't say anything about it. Just says background check. Carrying guns. Carrying a gun in a public place is regulated by law. So certain places you can and can't carry openly. But it says you can't have automatics, semi-automatics, handguns, pistols, shotguns. So we can add Morocco to the list. Let's see, this is why I do these videos. You know why? Because see this? These are all the African countries that actually have decent gun laws, right? And so everyone's like, oh, no African countries have no gun laws. And I'm looking like damn, there's at least, we're closing in on what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now Morocco makes 11. So that's 11 African countries that actually have decent gun laws. And the majority of these will actually let you have fully automatic weapons. You know, you might have to have like a permit or go through the law, regulated by law. But the fact is, it's the same way here in America is regulated by law. But the fact you can still have these weapons is decent. I think pretty much all of these countries allow you to open carry in a public place, you know, whether just openly or with a valid permit. So that's why I do these. All right, so that was Morocco, and the last one is Tunisia. Yeah, whatever. Sorry. In my perfect American accent, right? So the regulation of guns in Tunisia is categorized as restrictive. The guns in Tunisia are regulated by the Ministry of the Interior. It says right to private gun ownership is not regulated by law. It says civilian possession of automatic weapons, handguns, rifles, and shotguns is regulated by law, right? And it said private possession of handguns is permitted under license. So again, it seems like everything else, like the other two countries, no, regulated by law. So it seems like what is this, East Africa? I believe it's East Africa. It seems like East Africa has decent gun laws. So was it Sudan, Algeria, Morocco, and now this is Tunisia. So really 4 out of these 6 countries I just picked for this video actually really have good, decent gun laws. And you know, and these 4 countries will let you have fully autos. So all right, let's see what else. Minimum age for gun ownership is 20 years old in Tunisia. You gotta have a background check that checks your criminal and mental history. You know, also checks for domestic violence. Carrying a gun in a public place is regulated by law. Carrying a concealed firearm in public places is allowed, subject to a valid permit. So it seems like, no, if the law says you can open carry, you can open carry without a permit. But if you're going to conceal carry, you can do so. You just need a permit. All right? Sounds like, again, a lot of these laws don't sound too far-fetched from American laws. All right, so that is Tunisia. All right? So now that's 12 out of 52 African countries that have decent gun laws, as in like you can have full autos, you can have semi-autos, you can have handguns, you can conceal carry, you can open carry. All right. There may not be a limit on the firearms you can have and the amount of ammunition, but the fact you're allowed to have these firearms is good. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I think, again, this is part 5. We have gone through 5, 10, 15, 21 African countries. So out of 21 African countries, 12 of them have decent gun laws. So that's actually not that bad. So for a lot of you guys who, for some reason, I don't know, just stuck in American media, you know, Fox News doesn't tell you something good about Africa, which you're not, you don't believe it. If CNN doesn't tell you something good about Africa, which you're not, you don't believe it, right? But, you know, I digress. So this is why I do these videos, really let you guys know what's going on outside of your little bubble. And a lot of you guys really appreciate it. So again, if you want to see 5 more African countries, put them down in the comment box below. What 5 countries you would like to see. You know, once we clear out through Africa, we're gonna hit the Caribbeans. All right, guys, on top of that, like, comment, subscribe. You know, the channel's been growing, so that's great. If you want to support the LocsNLoad YouTube channel, you go to LocsNLoadFirearms.com and support the channel there. If you want to support the greatest t-shirt company in the world, Wakanda Nation, you go to WakandaNation.com and pick up a shirt there. Just word of advice, we are going to be moving from Printful to Teespring. So we are going to be moving a shift to a new platform soon, but the Printful site is still up if you guys want to get a shirt. Patches coming in soon. We just got the patches. We're literally just waiting for the patches to literally just ship in. Just come in, and then we can start adding it to the site. You guys can go ahead and start buying it, because I sure as hell want one, because they are dope. Alright, next, if you want a firearm instruction class, or if you have questions about guns, gear, ammo, 2A stuff, consultation service, best friend. You know, the $30, bro, will literally, no bullshit, save you hundreds of dollars from just buying a whole bunch of shit and figuring out later down, okay, I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need that. You know, we can run through what you really need, so when you buy it, buy once, cry once. All right, and I think that's about it. So, like I said, guys, thank you for watching. Please be safe, stay dangerous, LocsNLoad out.